I mean, I'm sure Kajakin also had an impressive team, but I think we had a great team in the Carlsen team. And they were stationed most of the time in Norway. We had some camps before, and also we had some people working during the match. And I think generally, well, with black, we had very few problems actually. And it was much more difficult creating with white. But I think that seems to be the new trend, at least in this World Championship match, that it's very difficult actually creating new ideas. If you put two teams together and work for ages, it seems that you will find solidity with black, but to find great ideas with white is much more difficult. So I think generally it worked quite okay, but even in some of the games we managed to get some initiative, and I think also in you saw the second game here, Magnus tried to come up with some refinements of some Kramny game and some Italian, and he put some definite pressure and was very close to winning. So I'm very happy with my team. I think we had a lot of fun, but also was quite successful opening-wise. So no, I'm very happy with the way things were done, and I think it went considerably better than expected. Normally, if you work with someone like Magnus, you will just say, okay, if he's not hit by any disasters, it's good because he will prevail with his chess. But I actually think that we managed to be very solid with black and even had a couple of good ideas with white. So, I mean, I'm quite happy about that. Of course, I assume some people has been a bit critical of his, let's say, offbeat openings, but I think some of them worked quite okay, and even the game he lost, he had quite a decent position. So, well, you can argue a bit about that, but it was more a strategic choice, I would say. So I think it hasn't been an exciting World Championship match opening-wise. If you go back to Bonn, there was all this interesting stuff by Anand, for instance. But I think that's the new trend with computers and such. It's so difficult creating some things in the opening. It's much easier to destroy. And both teams were quite efficient at that. But I'm very happy with the way things went, of course, result-wise. But as you asked to openings, I think it... No, I'm pretty happy with the way things went for Magnus. Also, I don't know if you remember from my time with Vichy, we will quite often jump from different openings and such. But here Magnus played the classical Spanish as long as 7 times and didn't really get any kind of serious problems. So it seems to be a good opening. Or a good player, maybe both probably, yeah.
And was everyone in the team agreeing with Magnus that a draw was okay in that 12th game?
I think we make suggestions and he makes decisions, generally speaking. But, I mean, we are an opening team and also, well, you know, I mean, it's not something we especially discussed, and I don't know if you sort of, I mean, if Magnus has decided just to make a draw, I mean, I think if he could get a good position, he will be very happy about it. But I think it's a reasonable decision, and but also, my experience is if Magnus makes a decision, he believes in it and he follows it up quite well. So my job is to help him carry out his decisions. Of course, if I thought it was insane, I would tell him, but I don't think it was at all. And I think also today showed that, well, it was a pretty good decision at least, or a good result from a bad decision, but I don't think so at all. I mean, he's a great rapid player, it's 4 games, you know, why decide everything in one game? I mean, so no, I think it was quite a normal decision, but that's how he felt at that point, and it worked out tremendously well, right?
Okay, last question. What did you say to him in the break after the second game where he missed like 5 winning chances?
I think told him that, I mean, he's playing incredibly well. He's outplaying his opponent, so okay, keep doing that and things will be fine, don't worry. I mean, no, of course that was a huge disappointment, and I have told to all your Norwegian colleagues that, of course, it's an incredibly crucial moment in the match, but I mean, I'm impressed. He comes out, he plays incredibly well the next games, and I mean, if that was a moment to, you know, lose your nerve, that was it. But not at all. He played not just normal chess, he played actually very, very great chess. So you can only respect